Welcome to Beyond the Press Release, our production of Agoracom, in which we take the time to speak with small cap executives after they put out big news. With us today, because he did it again, big news. Rob Anson, CEO and founder of Loop Insights, trades in the venture under MTRX, and for our friends of the US, under RACMF. For those of you new to the story, because if you saw that headline today, you're probably new to the story. What you need to know is that Loop is a global leader in providing real-time, this is important, real-time data analytics through AI, artificial intelligence, to drive customer activation and engagement in the brick and mortar space. It's a game changer, and more than just lip service. Let me give you an example of just some of the deals they've announced over the last few months. A strategic alliance with Nielsen IQ, in which, quote, to transform the retail sector, and those are the words of Nielsen IQ. One of the most significant partnerships in history with NTT Data, the world's fourth largest telecom company, approved for the Oracle Partner Network. 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago, official technology partner to the $2.7 billion all-net resort and arena in Vegas. And it goes on and on. Pilot agreements with Sobeys, Canada's second largest grocer. Pilot with Certus, the UK's largest fuel distributor. It goes on and on. The big news today, TELUS upgrades Loop Insight partnership from IoT Marketplace to direct reseller and multi-year agreement with TELUS to directly resell Loop solutions as a TELUS product. Rob, congratulations. Welcome back, man.
Yeah, thanks, George. Yeah, big day for sure. It's great to see. I mean, we spent 18 months now, I guess, with TELUS, from our first introductions to getting improved for the marketplace and all security audits and privacy audits and whatnot. And it's taken a great deal of time for sure, but very, very happy to see that we got approved now to our products now sold, serviced, distributed through TELUS as their product, and it's powered by Loop. So that was our goal when we first came to the introductions with TELUS and in this roadmap. And this is a very important piece because a lot of people, I'm sure, don't even know this, but our Fobi device, when we first met TELUS, they came back and said, can you encompass a SIM card module? Meaning that instead of a Wi-Fi connectivity, we have the ability to also add a SIM card, just like your phone. So as the Fobi's turned on out of the box, it's connected, obviously through LTE, through TELUS network on a national scale, and provides that independent secured network. Also for us, most importantly, it provides now a path to replicate this model over and over and over. This is a big day today, as you know, we have many telcos globally following this TELUS component here. Understandably, you know, a lot of other great news to be coming from the TELUS group as well, in recent projects that we've had, let's say, that are converting to larger scale opportunities as well. So it's been a great opportunity for us to really craft and get that product what it needs to be, and huge moment for us. And congratulate my team and the tech team for putting this all together and checking the boxes and getting this underway. And powered by Loop is a pretty cool thing.
You talked about the validation, because I go into some of the business specifics, but Andrew Turner, the TELUS VP of Strategic Operations, said, it's been quite something to witness Loop evolve over the past couple of years. And there's an excerpt. The TELUS team have been extremely impressed with the high level of product innovation and data service that Loop offers. This is no easy hurdle to get to would this be considered the very top of what you could have imagined be doing with TELUS?
Yeah, it is. That was our goal. I mean, you know, it's not easy, obviously, to get in the marketplace, but to now is providing a TELUS product. That was the goal. And as I said, for us, this is just the beginning. So it's been a great relationship for us and great opportunity to cut our teeth, as they say. And we look forward now to wash, rinse, repeat this model as we continue our global path and scale.
If there was any doubt that Loop is the leader in real-time data analytics, do you think this kind of erases any doubt that are out there? And I'm not talking about shareholders, talking about the customers or potential partners, tier one resellers around the world. How does this shake things up for you in terms of going back to them with this validation.
Yeah, for sure. That, and this plays a great part, of course. Momentum's everything in business, and seizing the moment. And for us, it goes back to the Nielsen agreement that you mentioned. We did an interview on here with Richard. Obviously, that it was great. Well, I think when you have these companies, people, whether it's shareholders or the public, the third party validation is everything, right? Being that trusted source, it's very hard to get in the door as a new technology, as a new kid on the block per se, and introductions. This is why it's been important to us for deploy as many pilots is, hey, let us show you the art of what's possible when you implement the loop technology. We create all this real-time opportunities. It's big day for us, for most definitely, and it's something that pairs nicely with some of the other press releases that we've had, where I've been harping on real time for the last 6 months with you, and it's something that we're on a huge escalated path of acceleration of scale here. I'm vibrating over the next 6 months as to where we are when we sit down at our pre-Christmas yearly recap.
Let's talk about what this means potentially from a revenue perspective. And I'm not asking you to project or anything like that, but what is the impact you expect it to have on from a revenue perspective when you have TELUS's national sales team now directly selling your solution?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's just it. It goes from, before it was introductions of, hey, maybe, check out Loop and here's what they offer, to, now their focus becomes one of their KPIs for their sales performance. So it's big for us, and obviously it's a new company, pre-revenue, moving towards, commercializing all these contracts now is just another great feather in the cap for us, and gives us a great deal of confidence moving forward. Understanding now that we've got TELUS, name and banner, waving the Loop flag, if you will, in support of that. So it's not an easy path that we've taken here, but definitely worth the effort. Yeah.
Are there any verticals you guys are thinking of going out or not? I'm assuming they'd be kind of cooperating with you guys, but are there any target verticals you guys are looking at first, or because real-time data analytics is so new and so cutting edge out there, is it just brand new blue sky opportunities and possibilities for TELUS and you guys to evaluate?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as I don't want to speak for TELUS, of course, but for our standpoint, we're very laser focused now on the grocery space. Obviously, with everything we've been building with Sobeys, there's a lot of huge opportunity there. The Nielsen agreement has put us in front of the largest players in the grocery game, not just here, but over in Europe as well, in Asia. So for us, the grocery, convenience, and sports entertainment, huge focus of ours. Organically is the business model with the RGUs that we provide with SIM, as I mentioned, in the Phobia device. Perfect fit for telco, IoT, and just like this model here. So those are the four, but predominantly from a perspective with TELUS, I imagine it'll be their grocery and convenience out of the gate.
And that's a massive market. So since you bring those up, grocery and convenience, do you mind maybe letting us know, how is the pilot agreement going with Sobeys? How's the pilot agreement going with Certas?
No, it's going fantastic. It's interesting because, like I said, you just wanted that door to open and crack, right? You just want to be invited to the party. I think that, understandably, some of the things that even I take for granted, and I have to catch myself, as well as, Mike and Gavin and Terry and the other sales guys, as well as, you assume everyone understands, artificial intelligence and real-time applications. And when, a lot of these groups, they've used the same systems for years, right? Old legacy antiquated systems, NCR, these point of sale systems that are archaic, right? So part of the challenges, of course, is is the educational piece as to the art of what's possible, right? So for us, it's very focused of let us provide you with real-time data capabilities. And then once we get in the door, they start to look at this and go, oh, wow, you can fill this hole, you can fill this hole, you can plug this gap here. And this is why all these things have started with, well, let's try this. And then now it's become, hey, could you guys do this and this and this and this? Yes, we can, which gets us deeper and deeper embedded and rooted.
Last question on TELUS, because then I want to move on to why you're in Vegas right now as we're talking. When does the TELUS team, I know a lot of shareholders are thinking this, when does the TELUS team, hit the road per se? And I'm assuming they got to go through some kind of maybe a training period, and then they're going to hit the road. And then the multi-year commitment that you talk about, this is not just let's just throw something against the wall, see what sticks. When you're here, it's a multi-year commitment. When do you think it all gets going? And that doesn't mean sales start, but when they're actually knocking on George's door, say, hey, George, come, we got to talk to you about Loop.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you'll see coming up here, George, around the sales and marketing initiatives and education pieces with their sales and marketing teams as well. So it's already underway.
People would think you're at the Loop offices right now because you got this great background. But thanks to the magic of Zoom background, you're actually not at the Loop offices in Vancouver, but you're in Vegas. And Vegas is now such a big part of everything that you're doing with the AllNet announcement, with the NCAA tournaments you've done there. Why are you back in Vegas? Can you shed some light on why you're there and who you're talking to?
Yeah, a lot of things. We've had a big add-on to the Scenic Frogs with our digital wallet aspects around integration for their advertising and CRM. So I met with all their corporate group that was in town. The AllNet, I've spent hours upon hours with their investors for their project and their IT team, and that pre-con's underway. So things are rolling there, of course. Got invited to the Knights game the other night with the MGM group and that. There's a lot of stuff going on as the city's completely open up now as of June 1st. And everyone's now understanding that the sun's coming back out, and how does business carry on as usual? And it's a huge opportunity for us. There's just it's becoming the epicenter of the sports and entertainment world. There's talks that I've heard while I'm down here of the Oakland A's Major League Baseball team relocating here to Vegas. Of course, part of the AllNet is the NBA coming to town. The success now of the Knights, which is an unbelievable experience for anyone that hasn't been to a game down here in Vegas with the Knights. It's a whole other level. Blows my mind. But Mark Davis relocating the Raiders here, so it's becoming the hotbed to me of sports entertainment. It's one of the retail capitals of the world, and all of the success that we've had down here, and now building those relationships, and John Ballister at MGM and Brooks Downey, of course, from BDG. All of these relationships and trust building and time are really starting to pay off. And there's a great opportunity down here in Vegas, and we're about to make the most of it.
Devil's advocate. Someone could say, well, Rob, Vegas is opening up now. Floodgates are opening. People are going to come flying through those doors. Do many of these potential customers even have time to worry about real-time data analytics now, as opposed to just get people through the turnstiles and get those registers ringing? It's going to be Christmas as of June 1st. Would there be some legitimacy to potential thoughts like that?
No, because you got to understand, obviously, with the data is one thing, but it's the same side of it. People don't need more data. They need to understand how to leverage and monetize their data. They need to understand how to create better digital experiences. Vegas for years, the focus was only on gambling, right? It's only in most recent years that it's about entertainment, right? It's about food and beverage. They have no insight to their consumers or their guests unless they have a player's loyalty card plugged into a slot machine or they've given it to a pit boss at a table
Right.
game, they have no measurement. So obviously it's very appealing, tie and loop. Now we've got data ingestion capabilities to understand George as, a gaming customer, a food and beverage, a retail, and entertainment, right? The dynamic here has changed with all the day clubs and nightclubs and concerts that are coming, and the residencies at all these different hotels. I mean, this didn't exist years ago, right? So no, it's a huge opportunity for us. COVID was great because it's forced digital transformation. There's QR codes on every table for restaurants. People are accustomed to using this now, right? I mean, it's pretty funny to me to see, people that are in their 70s and 80s that are whipping out their phones and scanning QR codes and stuff. I mean, it's quite something. So no, it's ripe for the picking here as a result of COVID, because it's forced innovation and change.
How would you describe your pipeline? I mean, you've already had some great announcements out of there, so it's not as if you're going to Vegas hoping to hit a jackpot. You've already hit some big ones. What does the pipeline look like? And I know you can't be specific with names, but are you confident that you're going to have some more big wins or close to some big wins in Vegas?
Yeah, most definitely. I didn't come down here on a goose chase. I mean, obviously traveling is a challenge, not a lot of fun coming back to Canada and the rest of it right now. So no, I've been specifically invited down here to sit in some interesting conversations that are all kind of intertwined. But no, there's several opportunities that make a great deal of sense, and a lot of them, as we'll be able to disclose here, are parlayed off of other past events and successes that we've recently had with other groups. And obviously Vegas is a focal point of many of them. And they're already working towards, the fall. We've already announced our participation with T-Mobile again and MGM, and with BD Global for the big NCAA basketball game coming up with Duke and Gonzaga.
Black Friday.
That's the game of the year, right? There's a lot of huge events. I can't say one thing is that a lot of these event coordinators, if you will, like a BD Global, have reached out. As you can appreciate, I mean, we're seeing now inquiries from high school, event opportunities, collegiate, pro conferences is a big one now. That first conference was live here this week. People were pretty excited to be back and face to face and interacting again, and it's some good opportunities here, George.
And more than just talk, a few people have noticed on LinkedIn how Loop is just searching for tech people. Like, I think the last one I saw was you're hiring 6. So fair to say you're not out there hunting to hire 6 more tech stack people unless you know that you're going to have demand for them.
Yeah, 100%. There's, things are coming very quickly. Like I said, Tamer's done an amazing job of reorganizing the teams, understanding the org charts and what's needed and when, and, it's coming together, as I say.
Couponing is something that when we think about, I know when I think about it, I think about my mom clipping coupons, handing them in. So they're so innocuous, you almost don't, it's hard to think that, wow, it's an potentially explosive market. But I want to talk about this for a second because of your quote. May 18th, you announced, and I'm going to read the headline, successful integration with the Coupon Bureau to deliver verified universal digital coupons through Loop's Wallet Pass. In your quote, the last sentence caught my interest because that's what said, wow, is it this big? When we look back at the end of 2021, this Loop Coupon Bureau integration will be appreciated as a true game changer for Loop in terms of industry exposure and, most importantly, its path to revenue. How big is this integration with the Coupon Bureau? What don't we know?
It's huge for many reasons. Obviously, this kind of the strategy was Nielsen. This is like the best bolt-on that we could have. When we start to look at the world of CPG and brand advertising, I mean, we're talking $1 trillion, right? The one thing that we bring to the market is real-time redemption. The fraud component, authenticity, is handled by the 8112 digital campaigns that coupon bureaus standing up and implementing. That's an industry first. I mean, fraud is, I was shocked. I had no idea the numbers of $650 million, I believe, annually in fraud.
Even with digital coupons, because there's some digital coupons already out there.
No, yeah, but both, yeah, for sure. Because the same side, I mean, I can send you a screenshot of, a coupon from Senior Frogs, and you can walk right in, and they got no idea, right? So it is something that's very interesting. But when you look at, for me, it was all about, you've got the global leader in data aggregation, who works with all the CPGs already. You've got the Coupon Bureau with Brandy Johnson, the CEO, who founded Cuples, which was the in-home and print coupons that you see on, clip on. Like you said, go online and print off your coupons and clip them up and take them to the store, the old school kind of way. So the stars are all kind of coming together for us. And people, like I said, the reaction that we're getting from the CPG industry has been, even for me, overwhelming, surprising.
Well, this quote and this excerpt from Brandy Johnson, who's a CEO of Coupon Brewer, said, "I've been blown away by Loop Insights, their vision, technology, and their innovative approach. The Loop Wallet Pass integration with our new coupon standards truly revolutionary and will significantly improve the customer experience." When they're talking about the customer experience, obviously talk about George, but are they also talking about the consumer packaged goods companies, because they haven't been able to get a real handle on this? And for her to say it's revolutionary.
Yeah, they any brand wants to, refine their targeting specific to whether it's demographics or age or total spend. The days of static throw spaghetti at the wall are coming to an end. When you look at our data capabilities, you're at the till, your items from your cart are being scanned through the register. We're seeing all of that data in real time. We're analyzing your past purchase history, the basket data of which is in front of you. Then we're calling on the back end of the Coupon Bureau or Cuples to then target you with something exactly specific to your past purchase or your current purchase, or even a trigger related to a particular item that's in your basket. So could be you've bought something. How do we take George now and drive him online, right? How do we take George and drive into our mobile commerce platform? As George come back to increase his overall spend, wallet share, and recency and frequency. So this is what I mean. Without real time, you don't have the ability to create all this personalization and segmentation, which we provide.
That sounds like there's a reason why you have the stock symbol MTRX, because of the matrix. And sounds like, the matrix, that green data that's flowing down that nobody can make heads or tails of when they're watching, but you guys are unlocking all of that. And it's amazing to hear. Last question I'm going to ask about Coupon Bureau is, because they're a nonprofit, how does that turn into revenue going forward? Is it because the members of this nonprofit that you specifically get introduced to and start having conversations with?
Remember that what they've created is a security protocol, if you will, right? It's being adopted as best practice, if you will, to protect the integrity of the whole industry. I mean, like I said, there's $650 million annually as a result of fraud. When the CPGs now have the ability we get paid through disseminating or distributing content, if you will, and that could be in form of our digital receipting. So George receives his offer promotion through Loop on a text, on an email, in wallets that he has, or even on the physical receipt we can print on. So we have, all of those opportunities where we ring the bell for getting paid. Then, of course, we get paid on the redemption piece as well. Then we get paid a third time by providing all those analytics and insights. So when I say this is going to be an eye opener as we move forward here, it's a pretty big statement. And I think I caught a lot of people off guard by this coupon bureau announcement. This is huge for us. Very, very big.
Rob, thanks for joining us from Vegas. We know you've got nothing but meetings and presentations, and you still gotta take care of what's going on around the world, not just what's in Vegas.
Yeah.
So the fact that you take time to join us. Last words to you as we head into Memorial Day long weekend in the US and the market's going to slow down. I mean, I know the Canadians, we all had our long weekend, but the market's really come to a halt come Thursday afternoon into Tuesday morning. What do you want everyone at home to know?
Yeah, I think well, at home it's kind of twilight zone. I mean, BC, we got an announcement yesterday that everything looks to be reopening up again. By July 1st, all restrictions of size and groups and travel are lifted. Obviously, you've still got Ontario and Alberta and other provinces and bubbles and stuff. It's very interesting. Just a quick one. Vegas is this weekend, Memorial Day, is their highest booking as a city ever in the history of Las Vegas this weekend. So obviously there's a lot of pent up, frustration, and people want to get back to resuming their life and having fun and engaging with others. So yeah, it's I love when we're down here because it's almost like a throwback. It's hard to believe that at home we're still 18 months into this, and I haven't seen my parents in a year as a result of this, and my mom has immune compromised. So I think next 2 weeks I get to go see them as they've had their vaccinations now. So pretty exciting. But no, down here is different world. It's game on, and it's perfect timing.
Thanks for joining us, Rob. Congratulations on this TELUS announcement. Big, huge milestone, huge validation, and looking forward to hearing more that comes out of whatever you guys are doing in Vegas. Look behind you and make sure no one's tailing you, because if I was there and I saw you, I'd be tailing you just to find out where you're going for all your meetings.
Yeah, no, it's good. Lots to come.
For everybody at home, you've been watching or you've been listening by podcast on Spotify, Google, Apple, your favorite podcast platform, to Rob Anson, CEO and founder of Loop Insights, trades on the Venture Exchange under MTRX, and for our friends in the US under RACMF. For those of you who are new and you want to start your due diligence, get the Loop Insights profile on Agoracom, because there's a lot of technology and a lot of moving parts to Loop story. So we got a good layman's overview just to give you that good understanding of the big picture. And then when you're ready from Agoracom, hop over the Loop Insights website to do your deep dive due diligence. There's no doubt about the fact that real-time data analytics is going to be the future. What you have to decide through your due diligence, because we can't tell you, is how big of a part Loop is going to play. Just don't tell us 12 months from now we didn't tell you so. Have a great day. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.